Hello again, I'm Anna Delman. It's day number 88 and my note of instruction to myself is bearing burdens. And the reason this came to mind was I happened to cross paths with somebody yesterday. And you know when you walk past somebody or you're in close proximities, do I know that person? If so, where do I know them from? Do they just kind of present an essence of somebody I knew a long time ago? I couldn't quite make out if I knew the person. It's the second time in about 10 days I had been in close proximity to them, and the first time it was the same sentiment: do I or don't I know them? And I just went about my merry way. I was busy with something else, so I didn't give it another second thought until yesterday when I happened to see the person, and my sister was with me and she greeted them, and then I was able to put them in context. And that reminder of how I knew the person was when I was in a situation where I was bearing others' burdens, as in counseling, instructing, discipling people. And so when we're bearing burdens of others, there is two ways in which we can do that. To bear a burden means that we helping them to be sustained through it, that we're walking through it with them. And a burden can be anything from an obligation that's gone awry, a tribulation, they're in a deep trial, some problem that's arisen in their life and they have no idea how to resolve, anxiety, stress, or a duty that they have committed to and they are not able to complete it. So when we are encouragers, we always want to go in there and do what we can to help others. At times, though, that is not the wise decision. And often we need to encourage them to bear their own burden. And when we're able to do that, when we've brought somebody in a discipling, encouraging, counseling relationship along the way where they are able to bear their own burden, that's the point we want to get to. We want them to be able to confront life and take it by the horns and face it and walk through it. Sure, they can call for, encouragement and direction, and we can share that with them. However, when we are sharing words of encouragement, as in bearing somebody else's burden, we need to be very careful that we don't make statements that they cling to which are empty, or make statements to explain their predicament which they then claim to be the reality when it could be something different. When we are mining somebody out for them to share their saga with us, it requires patience. Bearing others' burdens requires patience from the hearing, the listening, making sure that we get the correct information. We need to give them time to express what they need to share, not rush them along and we put words in a position in their heart, in their psyche, and then they gravitate towards that in explanation or in solution. Tricky difference there, but it is real and we need to be careful. So, circling back to why I thought of bearing burdens as the conversation for today, being triggered to remember where I knew somebody from. We don't always need to bear the burdens of others. Sometimes we just do need to walk away as well. And it's best not to remember them and not to have any familiarity. And that may sound nasty. I don't intend it to be so. However, if possible, as much as it depends on us, we should be at peace with all people. And sometimes that's just not the way life works out. So, I hope that's of some encouragement. Think deeply before you speak and before you impart words which you should just be biting your tongue in a loving and gracious way. That can be done. Until tomorrow, take care and God bless, and we'll talk again. Bye-bye for now.